Morning, Scott.
Morning, Neil. How you doing?
Good. I think this is our seventh after action report. We're doing early battles this time. Starter Kit 3, I think, in Kaunas, Lithuania, early battles 1941. Germans versus Russians.
Did you have to Google that to learn how to pronounce that?
No, I just wing it. Kaunas, I don't know. Lithuania. I found it on the Google Earth though. It still exists. Yeah. It's still there. A lot of these names, when I do this on Google Earth, the names have changed or whatnot, but it's still there. A good-sized town in Lithuania, and there's the KV2 that you get in this scenario, over in the lower right. Giant behemoth.
Yeah.
I'm playing the Germans coming on board, and you're the Russians already on board on defense. And maybe when this pops up, you can tell me about your setup.
I set my guys up. I was supposed to defend the little village back there, but I set them up fairly forward, I guess, because I had good route pass. Kind of sacrificed my conscripts here. I was hoping my mortar crew might get into action, but you snuffed them with your tank on the first turn there.
Yeah, my strategy here on the first turn was to rush my tin cans out, my tanks, and try to disrupt your forward infantry there. And we'll see here in a bit. I may have been a bit too optimistic or aggressive.
Yeah, you were pretty aggressive.
And my guy over there on the far left, I was able to break your mortar squad or mortar crew or squad. I forget what you had there. And then I was going to try to sneak through the woods and get to the back. That was my thinking there.
You were able to break a few of my guys on the first turn though, so.
And
pretty good.
I'm bringing my infantry in. I guess the natural attack path is up through the woods and the brush. I wasn't going to bring them up through that open area to the left.
You definitely had a lot of tanks, so.
Yeah, and I found out, where that first fire counter is in whatever hex that is on your unit in DD5, I think. Yeah. I think you have an anti-tank rifle there. And you just got a lucky anti-tank rifle shot from AA2. I wasn't expecting that, but I did put a tank right next to your anti-tank rifle, and that was really dumb to do in DD5.
Well, I rolled snakes on the 2-kill.
Yeah.
It looked like I missed it 3 or 4 something to hit. So yeah, a couple of lucky dice rolls on that one.
Well, you get it on your turn. You end up taking out the tank in EE6.
Yeah.
And then our tanks over on the right, they're kind of in a gun battle back and forth. You immobilize mine, so I have no choice.
My little BT-37, I think, up there.
Yeah.
It took a couple turns, or turn, I guess, a couple player turns for that to kept bouncing shells off each other.
Yeah.
But my infantry had no answer really for your infantry the whole game. I just kept falling back.
Yeah, there's a lot of German firepower coming up through those 2 attack paths there. And what I was going to try to do, there you took out that German tank F, I think it is, with your other anti-tank rifle.
Yeah, and then they ended up breaking.
But I was trying to squirrel in behind you to try to eliminate anyone for failure to route with that tank that's immobilized, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't get him behind.
Well, it's good infantry terrain, but it's not real good tank terrain. I mean, there's only you got 2 avenues of approach with your armor, really. So I tried to cover both of those. I stuck the little BT-37 back there to cover the right side.
Which, against my tanks, it's a fairly even match. Yeah. But against your KV2, if you hit me, anything you hit is toast. So the only thing that saves me is that thing is slow as hell.
Oh yeah, I mean that's basically non-turreted, and it's just super slow. It's got the stall, I think, and
So at this point, I'm down to, it's turn 2. I'm down to 3 tanks. And I think the victory conditions is I have to have, I think, 2 tanks, 2 functioning tanks at the end, as well as take 4 of the buildings, something like that.
let's see. Yeah, you got 2 outright killed and 1 immobilized, I guess.
Yeah, I think immobilized. Yeah, it has to be mobile, so that one's out as far as victory. Oh, you just killed it anyway.
Yeah.
So I have 3 left, and now I'm like getting a little more cautious with my armor.
Yeah, and I can see you're trying to come around my flank over here, so I'm gonna fire up the old KV2 and lumber over here.
I was hoping I could sneak by, but I wasn't able to.
Well, you almost did, though. I think, if I remember right, when I fired, I just barely. I was one under the 2 hit number, I believe.
Yeah, you get a hit here in a bit, and it's gone. Up in a giant ball of flame. And then I really get worried, because then I only have 2 tanks left. I lose 1 more, and the game's over for me.
Yeah.
But I'm pushing up to the woods pretty good now.
Yeah, you're pushing
with my
hard.
infantry.
My guy's just falling back. I think we're only on we're on turn 3. This was like 7 turns, wasn't it?
Shoot, I don't recall. Yeah, most of the ones we've been playing lately are 6 plus or minus a half a turn or so.
I just could not slow down your infantry much. Couldn't stop them.
No, it was a fallback game for you. You have a ton of stuff DM right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that tank on the left is toast. So your KV2 is going to fire up, and now we're going to play a cat and mouse game. Because I can't lose another tank.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do here because it just became a game of ring around the rosy.
Yeah.
My KV2 and your 2 remaining tanks, and my tank was so slow I just couldn't. I did come up. I think I was finally able to rally 1 squad back here with the anti-tank rifle, and you kind of gave up. You were trying to. I kept shooting at you with my BT-37 over there, hoping to get you to kind of duck back into the woods, and you mostly did. And I think at one point I ran my anti-tank rifle guy down around the right side. Got lucky. He got down there, and
he almost we'll see. He almost won the game for you. He came very close to winning. But yeah, that down at the lower end of the board, that hook of forest basically saved the game for me, because see, now I'm going to the hiding. My tanks are effectively out of the game because I can't lose another one, so I'm just going to park back there and just stay out of your line of sight. Whichever way you come, I'm going to go the other way.
Oh, it was a good strategy. I just couldn't catch it.
No, not with that KV2. You got your mortar guys back up in U5 for at least for a short time. They were kind of out of it most of the game. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, they don't stay that way for long.
I was able to. I got some lucky smoke placement that let me go across. From Y4 to AA2, get all my squads across. I got lucky there.
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, I'm just like, there's nothing. I can't. I'm just holding on by my fingernails, trying to keep you out of that village. You needed 4 of the buildings, I believe.
Yeah.
And 2 tanks. 2 functioning mobile tanks.
Yeah, and I'm coming in with demo chargers now. Oh, here comes your anti-tank rifle guy running down. So, what's your strategy here when you ran him down? You can kind of see
trying to get you like in a pincher. Yeah, I'm trying to. So if you do, I got the KV2 coming down this way, so you're going to turn and run from it. Well, Hopefully I can get a shot. I got them in the building there. Hopefully I can get a shot with the anti-tank rifle. Gonna be close range.
Yeah, it was a good strategy. I was really worried right now. I'm like, holy crap, what am I gonna do? Because yeah,
Well,
I could only go one direction, or I could just sit there and wait.
I had to CX them, and I couldn't. I had to just run them down through open ground, and you had one shot at them, and I got that you could have pinned or broke them, and I got lucky.
Mm-hmm.
And
so at this point, I have this 8-0 small stack that got delayed due to desperation mail. They get desperate themselves, and I run them over to go into close combat with your KV2, just to try to do something. Yeah, you
take a shot.
Yeah. I had to move. Yeah.
Kind of rolled like crap. I think I got a shock on him.
Yeah, you equaled the 2 kill number, so you shocked him. I think it was a turret hit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. But there's still a chance. Next turn, I have to make the recovery attempt.
Yeah, but you broke that stack down with your 8-1, and you end up breaking my little tank killers there.
Yeah, I brought those guys back. The 8-1 on defense, and then I jump into melee, or jump into close combat with your tank here.
And, I think you almost got that too. I think.
I can't remember what I rolled, but yeah, I couldn't take him out.
You rolled a 7, and I rolled a 10 or an 8, I guess.
Yeah, I think I needed 5
6 less or something.
I forget what the modifiers were. I got close, but yeah, I didn't get him. So I must have made my roll, my shock roll, recovery roll, because yeah, you came close to winning it on that shot.
Yeah, you rolled a 1, looked like, but yeah.
Yeah, and then your guy, that anti-tank rifle squad is broken now, off in the woods or whatever there.
Yeah, we're at turn 5, and my guys are all broke. I don't know, they're all back there in the village. They're all nearest advancing. I mean, I think it's not far from here where I just throw in the towel.
There's disarray up there.
Yeah, my infantry's just shattered. They start running back through the wheat field.
Yeah, you couldn't break overstacking. I think that's why you had to do that.
But there's just no way I can catch them. Catch your tanks.
No, because your anti-tank rifle guys are broken, and they're going to be eliminated here in a minute for failure to route.
Yeah, and that was it. So at this point, I just know.
Yeah, that was it right there when they were eliminated. I think you threw in the towel.
Yeah. That KV2, it only had 9 MP, so it's like.
Nah, you wouldn't catch those two now. Those 2 tanks. They just go back and forth.
Yeah, it was pointless.
But it was a good game. It was
it was a fun scenario. I liked it.
Yeah. So I'll go with my lessons learned first, I guess. My lesson learned is I think I figured out how to use armor a little more effectively, because I think this is only a 3rd scenario with armor, again, if I recall. I may have rushed them out too early, like we spoke to earlier. I think I dismissed your anti-tank rifles a little too much. I just figured, they'll be a nuisance. You'll get some hits on me, but you ended up taking out 2 of them. One was just good rolling. The tank in BB7, you got a long-range shot and took that one out. The other one was my fault by moving them adjacent to your anti-tank rifle. But I think I learned how to use them the tanks effectively on softening up infantry. I just need to not be that aggressive to begin, I think.
Yeah.
What's your takeaway for this one?
I still need to work. I think work on my setups. There's a few things I could have done better, I believe, but Once again, if you're gonna play a scenario with armor, pick the German side, I guess.
not the KV2 side.
Yeah.
The problem with the KV2 for me is I couldn't touch it with any of my tanks. It had to be a demo charge or close combat. My tanks were completely useless against it. Even from the rear, you have 8 armor. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah. Well, and he had such a huge gun too. I mean, all I had to do was hit you and take you out, but it was just it's so slow and cumbersome.
But I forget what 152 on the infantry fire table is something like 30 or 36. I think he only took a couple shots at my infantry, and I don't think he hit. But it could have been. It's a 30 firepower. It could have been really effective against my infantry, but I think you spent a lot of time trying to chase my tanks down to get the kill and the win that way.
Well, that was my original plan was to use the KV2 to support my infantry to help defend the village. But once my other tank got immobilized.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I immobilized that too.
And then I guess once you decided to, it became obvious I wasn't going to be really. I was going back and forth. Should I leave the KV2 back there and help defend the village? Or should I go after your last 2 tanks? And it was like, I thought even with the KV2, I probably wouldn't be able to hold the village. So my only chance of winning was to go after your last 2 tanks. But that didn't work out too good either. So
it almost did. Your pincher move was a great idea. It just you came up like a couple rolls too short. Which is like most games, I guess. You always come up a couple too short.
It all comes down to the dice, getting that critical dice roll when you need it.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think the next scenario is PTO. Right? I think we did
Kawaguchi's Gamble.
Yeah, Kawaguchi's Gamble. A big slog through the dense jungles of Burma, I think.
Guadalcanal.
Guadalcanal, yeah.
Yeah, I was really excited for the PTO stuff. I like that.
Yep, and we're going to try to finish up our 3rd PTO game right after this. So, yeah, next week, I'm going to say week, it may be 2 weeks, I'm not sure. We'll do Kawaguchi's Gamble after action report.
Sounds good.
All right, see you then. Rolo. Don't intensify.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah.